Hello my fellow gardening gals and guys, welcome back to my channel, Serenity Now Garden. My name's Jeannie and I garden in a zone 4B. So today I have a plant haul here for you. All these plants are all really good for pollinators. Almost all of them can take full sun to part shade. And these two, the Veronica on the sides, they really like some moisture. So let me go through each plant and then I'll give you a close-up and I'll kind of show you where I ended up putting it in my landscape. So the first one here, let's talk about Butterfly Bush. Let me give you a close-up. This one absolutely smells amazing. So now, as you know, I live in a zone 4B. And Butterfly Bush only is good from zone 5 through 9. So there's a couple of things that I need to do with this plant and just hope for the best. I mean, a lot of times over the winter, we have a zone 5 winter. But every once in a while, we'll have a zone 4 winter and you have to be ready for that. At the garden center, they did let us know when we purchased it what we need to do, and that is to keep it wet, not wet, but make sure you keep it watered through November, and also make sure you cover it with leaves or some sort of mulch in the winter, and it will just protect it a little bit more. So we're gonna do that. This butterfly bush, it's kind of hard telling how big it's actually going to get here in zone 4 since the winters are more harsh. Now it says on the tag it gets to be 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. And the one thing about butterfly bush is that it doesn't like moisture at all. I mean, you need to regularly water it, but if don't plant it in an area that gets a lot of moisture or that has a hard time drying out. In fact, they say you should even plant it about 1 to 2 inches above the soil, just for proper drainage, and to not mulch it because it just doesn't like that extra moisture hanging around. It likes to dry out. So I think I have the perfect spot for this up front where it gets a bit drier. I'll plant that. I'm going to move some other plants around just to make room, and we'll see how it does. You know, like I said, I'm taking a little bit of a chance on it, but I mean, this plant smells amazing, and when I saw it, I really wanted to try it. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll give you an update. This color is magenta. This blooms July through September. Like I said, it takes full sun, and if you plant more than one, space them 2 to 3 feet apart. So this one is called Magenta Butterfly Bush. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm really excited about it. And on to the next one here. Alright, so you guys probably know that I love planting coneflowers. They're just great for the pollinators. I already have this one, which is a PowWow Wild Berry. I'll give you a close-up here. But they did have these at Home Depot for only like $10, so I decided to get a few more. These will get, you know, a couple feet tall, a couple feet wide. This one as well. Let me show you a close-up here. This one is called Sombrero Salsa Red. I don't have any red coneflowers yet, so I decided to get one of these. I'm gonna be putting this in my backyard. I'm really lacking color right now, so I'm just slowly planting it up. We got rid of a bunch of buckthorn in back this last year, and it kind of transformed my backyard. It's just a work in progress. There's a lot I need to add. I need to take out a lot of more shade plants like hostas and add a few more sun plants, because the landscape has really just changed in the conditions. So, but I'm looking forward to that because I just love color. So yeah, the PowWow Wild Berry Coneflower, I'll show you where I end up putting that, and the Sombrero Salsa Red. This is deer resistant, but I did notice that I spray it with liquid fence just in case, but I did notice that on another one of my coneflowers, a rabbit came and just took the tops off, ate some of the stalk, and just left the tops there. So I would recommend, if you do have a rabbit issue, just to keep these sprayed with a liquid fence or some kind of deterrent. But it's always good to know. But these just really attract the bumblebees. I see them on these plants all the time, so I'm really looking forward to getting those in and having them grow in. I'll show you where I end up putting those. Now these, as soon as I brought these home, I put them on my front porch, and no joke, there were at least like 7 or 8 bumblebees on these plants. Like, of all the plants I brought home, these were the ones they were really flocking to. So these are just so good with the pollinators. Now this one is called First Love Veronica. Let's see if I have a plant tag here. It's also called Speedwell. Yeah, this variety is called First Love. This blooms late spring to late summer, so it's a very long bloomer. I have some purple royal candles back there, but I really liked this pink, so I just wanted a variety. The exposure they need is sun to part shade. Keep soil evenly moist. The height is about 1 foot tall, and the width is about 1 foot as well. And this is good zones 4 through 8. Let me give you a little close-up so you could see. As the blooms get spent, you can deadhead these, and sometimes there'll be, you know, some fresh buds lower on the stalk that will kind of take over. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really excited. There's part of my backyard there that can stay a little soggy in the spring until it really gets warm in July and August. So I'm gonna put those there because I think they would really like the extra moisture. So I'll show you that. Let me take you back there. Okay guys, so this is where I decided to put the coneflowers. My neighbor's property is that chain link fence there. So this is where I decided to put the Salsa Sombrero Red coneflower. There's a pyracantha in the middle there. So I don't really have any color right now, but the pyracantha will look like this. White flowers in the spring and then some berries in the fall. And just next to that, I have a native here, which is this American elder or common elderberry. It will look like that eventually. So I think this is good for right now. I need some summer color. So I decided to put the PowWow Wild Berry right here. It's going to look great once these fill in. Because like I said, I just really need that summer color over here. This bed I just put in about 2 months ago. And yeah, once that fills in, it's really going to pop. I might even put more. There's another elder. I just have some hosta and some astilbe. And mostly viburnums I planted for a hedge, which needs to grow in over several years. So this is where I decided to put the Veronica. There's an astilbe that's fizzling out. It always does that where it just kind of gets a little bit brown. But look, there's even pollinators right now on that Veronica. They're just a pollinator magnet. I love this plant. I'm gonna plant more. I just can't get enough of it. So that'll be nice when it fills in there. I have a delphinium next to it, grandiflora delphinium. And there's another Veronica right there in between the hosta and some calamint or calamintha. It's gorgeous. I love it. And there's an astilbe that just fizzled out. So yeah, I needed some summer color to take over in this area. And this is just the start. I got to add more. But I think it turned out well. This is the rest of the backyard there. Just as a perspective, let me back up. This is my side yard here where we're trying to plant the privacy hedge. And I'm going to go up my side yard towards the front. So this is just a little path I put in. So let me take you up to the front bed and I'm going to show you where I put the butterfly bush. So I decided to put the butterfly bush smack dab in the middle of this bed, just behind these Millennium Allium and kind of centered in between the 2 crab apples. So it's just a little guy right now, but it'll fill in and it'll get larger than the alliums that it's just behind. Now, if you could see the flowers on it did brown, so I'm going to clip those off just so it can kind of just concentrate on getting its roots established right now. And you have to do that sometimes with
with perennials. You just have to cut off the blooms and just let them just concentrate their energy where it needs to go. But I think this is going to look great if it takes off, so fingers crossed, and I'll give it some TLC, and I'll give you guys an update as soon as it starts to grow a bit. So I hope you like that. Happy gardening, guys. Take care.